Like even at the movies, it's like you get out before the credits.
Yeah.
Get out, go get
That's
to your
different.
car, just get on.
I would either get out before the credits or, like, you know, with Marvel movies,
The
we
whole
would
extended
stay
end.
through the whole entire thing, and then usually most of the people have left by then. So that was another thing is movies. They had like, this was before it was like popular at most movie theaters, I think. Now they'd have a theater, it's somewhere in downtown Charlotte, I don't remember, but the seats would recline. They had a little table you could swing in front of you. They have waiters and waitresses that would come during the waiting period and the, what do you call them, trailers. And they would take your order from a literal menu, bring you your food, bring you drinks, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, and you would have like a restaurant movie experience. That was really, really nice.
That sounds like a unique experience.
Yeah. I think they have some places that are they have the reclining seats for sure, but you definitely gonna order your food from outside.
And you're not getting a full course meal.
Yeah.
You're getting your popcorn, your nachos, and your Slurpee.
Right. Then, I mean, some of them. I haven't been in a while to a movie theater. My last movie theater experience, a whole rack of my family rented out a movie theater. So you pay them X amount of money. It's the equivalent, if not less than, paying for an actual ticket. So that's nice. And because there's no strangers in there, if y'all are talking through the movie or somebody in your family laughs really loud, like you don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
But you definitely don't get the like restaurant type experience. Yeah. So any other post-mom experiences?
Let me check my notes. No. I ain't got nothing.
So wish list
is
where you can come back in.
All right.
Mine is short. Travel with and without the kids. Everybody wants to travel without their kids, but I want babies to see the world too. Brunch, because everybody and their mama does brunch now.
You know, I've never done a brunch.
You know what, I might have, but not like with the girls. Probably like with my aunt or something.
Never just like, oh, let's go get some omelets and mimosas at 11 o'clock. Never in my life. I wouldn't even know where to do brunch.
I don't know where to do it. One of my friends has been begging me to go out for a brunch, and so we're gonna set something up. We'll go for a brunch.
Okay. Hold you to it.
And then adventurous activities, the zip line course that I told you about. That is things that I couldn't do with my boys right now, but we'll do with them when they're older. Like I'm a big kid. I'll go go-kart racing. I'll go to, the theme parks or whatever. Like that's my wish list. Adventurous activities, travel, and brunch.
All right. So I'm going to go a little bit backwards real quick because I do got my little wish list, but it's very, very simple. But my first, I guess, order to it all is you want to have a friend group. That's what makes everything better is having a friend group. Or not even a group per se, but having a friend or two or three. It just makes the experience so much better to enjoy it with other people, right? So I agree. I told you recently, I was like, I've been on apps trying to find friends. And there's a lot of people that I talk to and that I meet, but it doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't go to the point where it's like, let's meet up for a brunch. Let's meet up at this restaurant and just conversate and talk. Right. Because these people don't know me. So in a sense, you kind of avoid having to talk about your kids. Like you talk like, I have kids, but you're not going to talk to a stranger about your kids. So now this is your opportunity to gain your independence. And really say, who am I? What do I have to offer myself? And what more can I talk about other than being a wife, being at home? Like you really don't have a whole lot, but then this gives you a chance to really open up your mind and decide, like, what path do I want to take? What's my next step for myself? I've tried with the kids to do co-ops where, it's kind of like at 2:00, we're going to go to this park. Does anybody want to join us? My kids are ages X, Y, and Z. If you have kids similar age or, whatever, you just want to have some conversate with another mom and get out the house, like we're going to be here. And I've tried that. And a lot of the groups are kind of like either cliquish. So it's hard to get in, or they're kind of like, I hate to say flunkies, where it's like they don't show up or they just never communicate with you again, period.
The clickiness is the most annoying to me because that's the point of those groups. Yeah. Is to meet new people.
But
so if you're already clicked up and not willing to open up that click, totally defeats the purpose. Just go with your click.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like I don't know what it is. I don't know what they get out of it. I don't know. I don't know what they gain.
I don't know if it's
from being. It's a
purposeful mean girl thing,
or it has to be a mean girl thing.
Like they mindlessly, maybe,
or they're just like, you don't fit our vibe, so we're not going to re-invite you.
But that, to me, that's like mean girl behavior.
Yeah, no, it definitely is, and
so I feel like
don't grow out of it.
If you don't click with somebody, that's fine. Mm-hmm. You don't have to force a vibe with somebody that you don't vibe with. Fine, but at least make the best of, like, if you're already there, make the best of it. Make that person feel welcome, and then just don't make further plans.
Yeah. Could you imagine like meeting up with somebody and y'all have full-on conversation the whole time, the whole hour and a half that your kids are playing and getting along, y'all are talking and y'all having genuine good conversation. Then all of a sudden it's like, I'm gonna ghost you. It wasn't it. Like that really sucks. It hurts a little bit. But you get over it, right? You grow up, like, it is what it is. People are people.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I try to do co-op. That wasn't a thing, like going through like Facebook and co-op and try to do things with kids. I'm like, let me try without the kid part. Yeah. See how that goes. So I'm working on that. But the reason why I brought that up is just saying, like, a lot of things that I do plan to do, like having brunches, girl trips, involve people. And I don't really have that many people in my corner to say, let's do a girls trip. Yeah. And then on the same note too, it's like I have you as my friend, of course, and then I may have another friend, but that doesn't mean my two friends are gonna get along. So like, so if we plan something, I can't just invite somebody else and like, this person would enjoy being with us. It's like, y'all have never, spoken to each other. So it's
trying
hard
to find people that you think would click well with each other.
That's the hard part. Yeah. So, on my wish list, it literally just goes back to trying to make plans with friends. Trying to make plans with the friends that you do currently have. So even if it's not a clique of people, you at least have a friend to do something with, so you're not doing it alone. But also being independent and doing things alone. So I was like, going for a walk in the park, just outside of your home, basically. Go for a walk, have some headphones, some music, maybe just in one ear, or enjoy the sounds of nature, however you want to do it. Taking yourself out for coffee, like go to Panera, eat a lunch by yourself, go to Starbucks, have a coffee by yourself. Just small things like that. I don't necessarily want to go on a girls trip, because I don't even know how I will live with other people, even for 24 hours. You know what I mean? Like, you could do it. I don't know if I could. I never really done sleepovers. So as an adult, I can't imagine sleepovers.
What they do typically, like if you were to go on a cruise and get a cabin, or if you were to go and get like some type of resort, what am I trying to say, like Airbnb style, the whole place is for yourself, or a hotel. Typically, if you're in a cabin or a hotel, you're what, 2 to a bed, 2 beds in a room, which is 4 people max. If you go with 4 people, then okay, that's settled. Or you don't have to share beds. You can split the rooms more and pay more per person and have your own bed and have 2 people per room. And then if you have like an Airbnb situation, you get a place that's big enough, then everybody can have their own room, to where you don't feel like you're up underneath everybody's behind the entire time.
Yeah. But like in my mindset, we go back to cost of things. Like you want to keep the cost not in the minimum to where like you're being cheap about it, but you're being reasonable about it, so that you can do it more often. Because when you do a girl trip, I don't want to say, oh, we take our yearly. No, yearly? That's a long time. I mean, time does fly, but that's a long time to wait. So I would want to do like a girls trip twice a year. Different seasons, right?
Wintertime.
Yeah.
It's easy to find stuff for those too.
Then like once a month, whether it's a brunch or a night out, something like that. I would love to get into that habit of doing it with somebody, anybody.
Yeah. I'm thinking like with family vacations, I'm like, I definitely want to go at least once a year, if not, I'm talking about leaving the US at least once a year, once every 2 years. But that's buying tickets and accommodations for an entire family. Yeah. So I agree with you in the sense of, it's just me that I'm paying for, and you're, trying to be as cost efficient as possible and not cheap. You can definitely make 2 trips within a year. I think that's doable. Even if, you do winter, summer, winter, and then that next summer you can't or whatever, push it to fall or wait until the next winter. Like, it's not a big deal, but I think it's essential.
You know how, like, you hear, sorry, I didn't cut you off.
No, you're fine.
You know how, like, guys, like, you hear about guys having, like, oh, he's going on his monthly hunting trip. Like, why don't women have that?
They should.
Cause I remember I talked to CJ.
We're at home with the babies
all the time. Goddamn, going babies. I remember talking to CJ at one point. I was like, I think I need a hotel. Like, at one point I was just so
just because
I was like, can I just get a hotel and I just want to order whatever I want to order to eat, watch whatever TV I want to watch.
I've heard of some other mom saying that at some point. I can't remember who it was, but you're not alone.
I still want to try. I don't need it anymore. My kids have gotten older to where I'm like, leave me alone.
I could use,
and I can transit to my room. But
that's something I'm working on within myself. I don't like doing stuff by myself. Like, I can admire and appreciate like the nature walks and going out to eat. My mom has done quite a few of those things. She's like, I'm going to the movies. Okay, who are you going with? She's like, myself.
My mom does that all the time too. It's always that, I don't know.
Myself. It's like, it's weird to me. Some things I'm like, in my mind, it's just ingrained that it's meant to enjoy with someone. So it's weird for me to do by myself. If I ever go to the mall, it's by myself. It's like, I know what I need. I know what store I'm going to. I'm going to get in and get out. And I'm going to park close so I don't have to walk far.
Escape plan.
It's an anxiety. If I have to classify it, honestly, it's an anxiety. And I don't know why it is that way.
You know what? I think I have a theory.
I'm nervous. I'm listening.
No, it's not bad. But not to put our moms on blast, but think about our moms. They're single women. They're used to being single women.
But you're the opposite of me. You do those things. I don't know if you're necessarily comfortable with it, but you do it.
I get
versus
the hang
for
of
me,
it.
It's like crippling. Like, I'm going to suffer the whole time I'm sitting in Panera eating by myself because it's weird.
I can't say I've done the Panera thing per se on my own or anything like that. The only thing that I have actually done on my own is the walks. And that's because my husband's at work. Yeah. And the kids are at school. So who else am I going to do it with? And I want to get out the house. I'm not going to wait for everybody to get off from school and work to go do it. And they're like, I've been at work all day. I don't want to go for a walk right now. Yeah. So it's things that you do that you kind of have to do on your own. Yeah. But I've never actually like went out to lunch by myself or anything. That's something I want to give a try. But I feel like I'll be on my phone the whole time and just be like looking at my phone. That's what I would do. Stuff.
I would be on my tablet. I'd be on my phone.
But it's also nobody there to judge
on social media. I'd be doing games or something, but I'd be engaging with something. I wouldn't be just indulging fully in what I'm meant to be indulging in.
That's true.
So
it's tough, but that's a habit we're gonna have to learn to break, honestly, and get out of. But that's the only solution I can come up with is like just breaking that habit of anxiety. It's like, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you will be. And every time you feel that anxiety, most every time, you go and do whatever you were anxious about, and you're like, what was I so nervous about? Yeah. Right. So
give it a try. I mean, but you still got me as a partner. It's easier to get me out the house than anybody else you have right now, just because we're so close to each other.
Right.
So I mean, one moved out of state,
another one lives almost an hour away, another one lives over an hour away.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't have anybody locally either other than you. So we're going to have to lean on each other a little bit more to get these things done.
And I do definitely, I've had so many people, you included, suggest that I go for walks and things like that, like without the kids, just go out. And our neighborhood is big enough. Admittedly, I have not been. If it's dead cold outside or like now with this heat, I ain't going out there.
I'm like that too. I'll find an excuse in a heartbeat. Like, it's too hot. Oh, it's too cold.
But I have no excuse this fall. No excuse at all. Like, my kids are both old enough where there's no like little babies. Nobody's nursing or anything like that. There's absolutely no excuse to go out, go for a walk.
Take 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes to walk down to the end of your cul-de-sac and walk back up. I mean, but
that's
you'll
like
be surprised.
A 15-minute walk.
But then 15 minutes to get back.
I was about to say, if I go down inside the neighborhood and then go back out and then come back, that might be about 30 minutes.
Yeah, take that. You never know.
And it's always good when you get out there. It's like, oh, I got fresh air, I got change of scenery. It's just a matter of getting out and flipping doing it.
It's the accomplishment, the gratification you get out of it after the fact. And possibly during, depending on how it goes.
Yeah, sometimes during, yeah. If I'm outside and I hear like, birds, or we have rabbits and things like that, seeing things like that, it's like, oh, that's nice. I have a little pet rabbit that likes to visit our front yard sometimes. You don't see that typically, especially where we both grew up.
Yeah.
Whatever different places we grew up in, you weren't seeing cute little bunnies running around.
Even my mom now, she's like, it's a deer in your backyard. Like, yeah, I have like 10 of them that visit every day. Nothing special to me now. It's been so long. And I'm like, yeah, no. Yeah.
I don't want them in my back. They go to my front yard all the time. I get little ring videos of deer prancing after each other. But
it's cute. It's cute stuff. But like you say, you miss that stuff when you don't go out the house. So that's the biggest component to all. It's like, aside from like you need independence and you need to find yourself outside of motherhood, you have to step out of your boundaries emotionally, mentally, and actually physically. You have to step out of them.
Yep.
So get on your stuff, man.
Get up and get out.
Do it.
Yes.
All of the slogans we can think of. You got Nickelodeon, you got Nike, whoever you got to reference. Just make it happen.
Yep. We're gonna individually and together, we will make it happen. We're gonna get you a date night because you hooked us up with a date night, and we're gonna go out.
Who says I like my husband like that to have a whole date night?
You love him. It's been too many years. So that wraps up, I think, right?
Yeah.
Wraps up this episode. I'm like, we're done.
We're done. We're over it.
Wraps up this episode. I enjoyed that. And my advice, if I were to give any, would be, like Troy said, step out of your BOX. Go do something that you enjoy.
So weird. I was like, she's spelling. I don't hear the letter X very often. I was confused. Like, what?
She said a dirty word. Step out of your box. Go do something fun.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your life. Is short.
Yes.
So short.
Time goes by way too fast.
What you want to go fast, go slow. And what you want to go slow, just blink of an eye, it's gone.
Yeah.
So enjoy yourself. If you want to try these mom groups, try them. Troy has tried it, and so have I. That was a wreck and a half. There's
no easy feat to navigate.
Yeah.
But it can be worth it.
Yours was a little bit better though. My situation was just straight up ghetto. I was like, yeah, I can't deal with this. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to try it. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, we tried to warn you. Yeah. Peace and love.
Bye.